Welcome to this Liga Tech video. In this video today I will show you how our Liga LocalID works, how it gets installed and how the user will see and how convenient it is for the user. Liga LocalID is a simple application running in user space on a Windows domain joined PC, and it is using the information that it gets from the Active Directory Certificate Authority service in your Windows environment. So this application is a simple application that you can use to squeeze a little bit more security out of what you already have obtained from Microsoft and using in the Microsoft environment. So let me take you here to my PC, which is just next to me. And this PC here I have already logged in to my Windows machine. I'm logged in here, you see here, as Elizabeth Smith. And Elizabeth, she has the application, this one, as I just said, it installs as the local user. In this case here, I'm installing it manually. It will also very shortly be available to install via the Microsoft Windows Application Store, or you can, of course, as system administrator, just push out the application to the user's machine. So the application does not need any administrative rights. It will just run immediately and will be able to create the path forward for passwordless. Install application, install. For those of you that are familiar with the latest Microsoft technologies, you will see that this is the new GUI framework, and it's also installing the required frameworks, the .NET application. Now you just saw how simple it is to install the LocalID application, and that's quite straightforward. The application just needs to restart, and then it will be ready for issuing and creating the smart card. I'll just show you the smart card here. Just exactly, you see here my user Elizabeth Smith. She has this card, and this is the chip. And I'm using, in this case here, I'm using a contactless reader, but that can be either contact or contactless reader. That's all up to you. I will now go to the machine again. So this is now, I am the user Elizabeth. I sit here at my desktop, and what I then do is they simply just go to Liga LocalID, open up the application. You see here it says, okay, you have a card, it's installed, you say connect. The card says that there are no identities. I click here, create a certificate. I will get prompted to enter my PIN code. I can choose the PIN code I like to have. And then it will, in a few seconds, it will create the key pair in the card, and it will ask the certificate authority for a certificate, and it will issue me this certificate and make it available on my card. And as soon as this process is done, I will show you that immediately this also works on a different machine. As you saw here, I have on my desk here in front of me, I have another laptop, and I think we are done. Yes. Brilliantly. So exit here, take the card, move it now to my desktop machine. I will just change that to another user. You see I have in this laptop, there's a small slot where I can just slice in the smart card. That's actually a built-in smart card reader, and you see immediately the machine says, will you allow Elizabeth Smith to log into the machine, put in the PIN code. And then, as you see, this is the first time you log into this machine. So that's quite straightforward. I will just monitor this going on here for a second. And that's more or less how all this works. So in a few seconds, Elizabeth Smith, she will be have a new profile on this machine, or even whatever she will use. And that's the point of LocalID, just to repeat it. Directly integration to Microsoft Active Directory Certificate Authority, issue a certificate, put it on a smart card, use the smart card with whatever PC you want to have. And now you just show it here. You will see this is the machine, and I can now start using my card. Maybe I want to go to a website. I want to log into something, and whatever I want to do. If I remove the card from the machine, immediately you see I'm disconnected now from the machine. I enter the card again. Now Elizabeth, say smart card, enter the PIN code, and she will then re-log in. So that's the very easy way to immediately create security for your Windows environment. There's another video, what we call the excellent login. We also show in that video how in the video we show that how you can use Active Directory Federation service and those applications for enhancing further security around using these certificate and smart cards. Everything done simple with LocalID. Now I just showed you how it is and easy it is for the user. That was the user space. You know, use your PC, install the certificate, install LocalID, get everything up and run, done. In the back end, there's a few things that you need to do. You have to install an Active Directory Certificate Authority. There are tons of material out there on the internet. You can Google that. You can buy multiple books also describing exactly how you make Microsoft and PKI and best practice, etc. So I will not dwell too much with that. You know, all the adjustments and small things you can do. I will just encourage you to read those best practices and follow the guidelines there. What we've done in this setup is that we made a dedicated machine for the purpose, and that's what we have. So that's named ADCA and our domain, and I will just go here to my desktop machine and will log into that. But what you also will see now is that I'm using LocalID for myself in this environment, and you will see immediately I clicked on the link for my remote desktop session, and it's now asking me to put in the PIN code on the card that I have here in front of me. So this is also a way that you can use LocalID to make privilege access and privilege accounts on server environment and to enhance the security around these servers. This will work straight out of the box as soon as you have installed Active Directory Certificate Authority. You will also be able to maintain security towards all your Microsoft environment and your server environment by enabling passwordless and as well two-factor authentication. And I will just go back here and search the certificate authority. I think you all know the server role environment there. You have the server manager. I'll just put that on, and you can say always things that are, I don't know, but you will normally go here, add roles. You would go, just remove that. Here we are. So server, I don't want to do A because it's already done. But you see here we have Active Directory Certificate Service, and that's the component you need to install in your environment, and then, as I said, follow the best practice and all the good guidance you will find on the internet for doing this. So just cancel this, shut this one down, and go back to my Install Certificate Authority. You will see that I have Revoked Certificate, I have Issued Certificate. Actually, if you remember, I just did it for Elizabeth Smith. I think we can go all the way down here and we will find that this is a certificate, March 1st. This is today. I just issued that for Elizabeth. What is important when you install LocalID is that you have a template made for smart card login. And the way you do that is that you go to Manage. You will get a list here of different templates. These templates are all different things you can do with the Active Directory Certificate Authority. What we normally recommend is that you take the smart card logon, you will make a duplicate of that, and then you will go and rename it and get a template, in this case LocalID. So where did that go? Did I? There it is. Sorry, I just can't spell. And you can do all the settings, the compatibility, etc., etc. What are the required settings for this specific template? You have to go through all these items and monitor and potentially also read a little bit about it. But at the end of the day, it's not that hard to make work. I think that's more or less what I just want to show you on configuring the backend. Everyone that has these components already has a Microsoft backend service, have an Active Directory service, they can install this and they can get this up and run. And by that, you can introduce a passwordless future for all your users. And with all of that, I will say thank you for monitoring and seeing this small legal LocalID video. I will welcome you back at a later time.